Paris, France, and Paradise, Montana may be half a world apart, but the elegant fruitcake folks were soon eating as they roared through Paradise was the same fruitcake that had won the Grand Prix at the Paris exhibition of '89. Fruitcake that hinted at the elegant traveling in store on the NP in years ahead, like the great big baked potato and sizzling salmon steaks and the big baked Washington apple. And then the luxury of luxuries in travel, the first North Coast Limited. 8 brand new cars, polished and shined and strung out behind number 300, all stoked up and raring to pull out of St. Paul on her inaugural run, April the 29th, 1900.
Hurry, children!
But I want to see the last car, Mums.
We must get off, children, or we'll be carried off with your father to the Wild West.
Look, Mums, the men's smoking room. What do they do in the men's smoking room?
They smoke, dear.
And play cards.
Hush, Horace.
I didn't know they had barbershops on trains.
They don't, dear.
It looks like a barbershop.
Good heavens, it is a barbershop.
And there's a bathtub, Mums. A bathtub.
Well, I declare.
And look at all the books in the library.
Northern Pacific, train number 1. The elegant new North Coast Limited. Now leaving on its inaugural trip for Staples.
Hurry, children, it's going to leave. Goodbye, dear. Come, Harriet. Now, where is Horace?
Mums, come here. They've got 3 electric lights in the ladies' parlor.
Horace, come out of there this minute.
All aboard!
Off she went, that first North Coast Limited, rumbling and hissing past farmers plowing fields where forests had been 20 years ago, planting wheat where prairie dogs reigned a while back, whistling through towns and villages that had burst from barren prairie in a generation. And where only Indians had roamed a bit ago, the North Coast Limited passed cowboys, night herding the cattle they had driven to graze the grasslands of Montana.
Oh, you critters now, quiet you down. Go slow, little dogies, stop milling around, for I'm tired of you roving all over the ground. There's grass where you're standing, so feed kinda slow, and you don't have forever to be on the go. Move slow, little dogies, move slow. Hi-oh, hi-oh, hi-oh. Yeah, there she comes, dogies. That fancy new train they're talking about yesterday at the pass. Got a sure enough bathtub on her, too, they say. Yeah, if it weren't for you dang critters straying off, I'd ride down there and give that old engineer with his mess of wheels a real race. But it do look kind of pretty off there, though, don't it, dogies? With all them electric lights and the smoke and steam a-blowing back like a gal's hair in the wind. Hey, maybe we can take a ride sometime, critter. Go slow, little dogies, stop milling around, for I'm tired of you roving all over the ground. There's grass where you're standing, so feed kinda slow, and you don't have forever to be on the go. Move slow, little dogies, move slow. Hi-oh, hi-oh, hi-oh. Go slow, little dogies, stop milling around, for I'm tired of you roving all over the ground. There's grass where you're standing all over the ground, and you don't have forever to be on the ground. Move slow, little dogies, Move slow, hi-oh, hi-oh, hi-oh. Hi-oh, hi-oh, hi-oh.
Now the land was booming. The North Coast Limited was bringing people and more people to farm and build and ply their trades, to prospect for gold and mine the richest hill on earth at Butte, to breathe fresh, clean air, to dream and discover, and just to revel in the glorious work of nature. The wonderland of Yellowstone had become our first national park in '72. But not till Northern Pacific tracks reached Cinnabar in 1883 and were later pushed on to Gardner did the real boom begin. It was 1903 when the first gate to Yellowstone began to look like a gate. A towering stone arch was to be built. The cornerstone was to be laid. And everyone was there that day, including President Teddy Roosevelt, to do the honors.
Here, all the wild creatures of the old days are being preserved, and their overflow into the surrounding country means that the people of the surrounding country, so long as they see that the laws are observed by all, will be able to ensure to themselves and to their children and to their children's children much of the old-time pleasures of the hearty life of the wilderness. It has been to me the most genuine pleasure again to see this great western country. I like the country, but above all, I like the men and women.
Folks, the stagecoaches are this way.
Hurry up, Mabel.
Stagecoaches this way for a tour of the Yellowstone Wonderland.
Come on, Harry, this way.
Howdy, folks. I'm your driver.
Hello there, friend.
Ready for your tour?
We're ready.
Let's go.
Well, then climb aboard the stage. On the stage, you'll forget your age. It's a rage, cause the stage makes your age seem engagingly young.
Harry, help me up.
I'll give you a hand, ma'am.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Let's go.
Breathe that mountain air. Let the air ruffle up your hair. Don't you dare bring a care, but prepare, there's an air to be sung. Giddy up!
Here we go.
We're off. Hello, Yellowstone Park. Each girl and fella love Yellowstone Park. See, there's a mist of the water falling. Here, there's the breeze, and the trees are calling. Hello, Yellowstone Park. Sing it!
Hello, Yellowstone Park. We all feel mellow in Yellowstone Park.
Look over there at the mountains rising.
Quick, over here, there's a geyser geying. Hello, Yellowstone Park.
When you wait, take a walk by the lake. Ooh, and ah, over Mammoth Spring.
Soon you'll agree that it's easy to see why the park makes a fellow sing. Hello, Yellowstone Park. Seems there's a spell over Yellowstone Park.
Look, there's a bear in the forest clearing.
Just round the bend, there's a moon appearing.
Yellow and mellow and dark. Hello, Yellowstone. Hello, Yellowstone. Hello, Yellowstone
The people had come west along the railroad to this northern tier of states, and now the fruits of their labors flowed in ever-growing volume back along the same tracks to the east. Barley and wheat, cattle and sheep, copper and gold and zinc, fish and fruit and lumber, and especially lumber. For the air of the Pacific Northwest was alive with the sound of logging. The sound of lumbering filled the air, and with them the songs of the loggers.
Come on, all you brave shanty boys, and list while I relate. I'll sing about a shanty boy and his untimely fate. This riverman called young Monroe, so manly, true, and brave, he broke the jam at Gary's Rock and found a watery grave. Ole, ole, yodel, ole. 'Twas on a Sunday morning, as you all will quickly hear. Our logs were piled up mountain high, we could not keep them clear. Our foreman said, come on, brave boys, with hearts devoid of fear. We'll break the jam on Gary's Rock, for Agginstown we'll steer. Ole, ole, yodel, ole, 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 yodel, ole. Now some of them were willing, while some others they were not. To go to work on Sunday wasn't right, they hadn't got. But 6 of our brave shanty boys, they volunteered to go to break the jam on Gary's Rock with foreman young Monroe. Ole, ole, yodel.
If lumbering built the Northwest, then the advent of giant irrigation projects and giant dams flung across its rivers brought a revolution in industry and agriculture to the northern Pacific states. Another president, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, had looked at the land to the north and west and had seen new and great potentials.
I regard and have regarded the Columbia River as one of the greatest assets, not only of the Northwest, but of the entire United States. The eventual completion of this Grand Coulee Dam is going to mean the doubling of the potential power of every city on the Columbia River between here and the Snake River. And that's a lot of power. I leave here with the feeling that this work is well undertaken, that we are going ahead with a useful project, and that we are going to see it through for the benefit of our country.
And so new lands came under cultivation, new people moved west, new crops were grown, new power, new industry, new growth came to the land. And as it did to the rest of the world, a new war came too. And the statement made nearly a century before by General Sherman fulfilled its prophetic nature.
The Northern Pacific must be built, both as an economic and a military necessity.
Now millions of tons of military supplies were moved over those 1,000 miles of mountains and on and out to the Pacific. And hundreds of thousands of soldiers and sailors traversed the tracks of history to and from the naval station at Farragut, Idaho, the Army base at Fort Lewis, Washington, the naval station at Bremerton, Washington, and other ports of embarkation, many of them seeing the West for the first time.
This is Missoula, Montana.
Come on, Tom, there's a great canteen here.
No, I'd rather stay out here and just look around at all those stars.
Okay, I'm going in.
Only a 5-minute stop, son.
Like a cup of coffee, soldier?
No, Oh, you brought it out here, huh?
It's a short stop.
Gee, people are sure swell out here, with your canteens and stuff. Your stars are brighter, too.
Haven't you been out west before?
No, I've never been out of Ohio, till training camp, and now, out there. I suppose you've got all sorts of fellas you write to out there, huh?
No. Oh!
Excuse me. Coffee's hot. I'm sorry.
I suppose you've got all sorts of girls you write to in Ohio.
No, nobody except my sister. She's married and got 5 kids. You wouldn't consider, writing me, would you?
Well,
a fella's got to have something, when he feels blue.
Best thing to do when you're blue is dream.
Dream?
Sure. dream, that's the thing to do. Just watch the smoke rings rise in the air. You'll find your share of memories there. So dream when the day is through. Dream, and they might come true. Things never are as bad as they seem. So dream, dream, dream.
All aboard! You write me then?
You write me.
I will!
Come on, Tom, you'll miss the train. Hey, wait a minute. Come on. I don't even know your name.
It's Jenny. Jenny Barton. What's yours?
Tom Dugan, APO 6347, Seattle.
Write me here at the canteen.
Goodbye, Jenny.
Goodbye.
War makes the clock run faster, and World War II, like other wars before, wrought swift changes in the nation's people and the nation's technology. And when the peace was won, the time had come again to move on. The time had come for the people with their new knowledge and new power to push on once more, seeking the goals that men of vision in their past had set forth for them to conquer.
Move on, let the wheels of progress roll through. Move on, move ahead, young ideas make older dreams come true.
The object of your mission is to explore the Missouri River and such principal stream as by its course in communication with the water.
And to their children, and to their children's children, much of the old-time pleasures of the hearty life of the wilderness.
People and more people came to this land to the north and west. New dams, new streams, new lands, start new dreams, new crops took their place with the rest.
Faster and still faster, northern Pacific moved to and from the western shore.
Each canyon and stream that had known the hiss of steam now echoed to the diesel's roar. Move on, let the wheels of progress roll through. Move on, move ahead, young ideas make older dreams come true.
It seems fitting to set my hand to a piece of paper which may help bind this land together.
And have regarded the Columbia River as one of the greatest assets, not only of the Northwest, but of the entire United States.
Products and more products came from this land to the west and north. New food for new days, new ores for new ways, new wonders for the good life came forth.
Progress and more progress came with a time along the northern Pacific run.
But the scene that appears after 100 years says the real excitement's just begun. Move on, let the wheels of progress roll through.
100 years, 1 century, long in the life of man, minute in the scope of history. still unknown in the existence of a railroad. The Northern Pacific was born 100 years ago. But an institution should always be young, for the vigor and imagination of today's institutions make good the dreams of yesterday's men. And it is a railroad with young ideas which can help fulfill the vision of those long gone who had the genius to see what greatness there was in the land to the north and west, through 1,000 miles of mountains.
Shield for the